Hey everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. In today's video, we're going to be doing a check-in on my project pan for 2019. So if you were not aware, I am doing a pan 9 in 2019, and I've had a pretty good run so far. I've been pulling in some items that have been easy wins for me because I need to have that to keep me motivated. I've got some really good progress, I think, on a couple of items this month. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So I've been doing this for 4 months. I started in January. I've been doing it for 4 months now, and I feel like I'm making some progress on some items, and I'm very happy about that. There are a couple things that I'm a little bit concerned about, and I will let you know that as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. I've already taken some close-up pictures of everything, and we'll talk about it as we go. Let's start off with my concealer. I am using the Catrice Liquid Camo Concealer. I'm doing actually really great. I'm having very consistent progress. I don't know why I'm showing you. I'm just going to be showing pictures beside my head anyway. But I'm making very consistent progress on this item, and I am more than half complete at this point. Yeah, I think that I'm definitely going to be able to finish this in the next couple of months because I do use this pretty heavily, even though I've been pulling other concealers in my weekly makeup bag or bi-weekly makeup bag. I'm loving that I can see through the tube. I think that that's fantastic. And like I said, I have to guesstimate where I am on this because it is very hard to see inside the bottle. But I might be shortchanging myself, to be honest with you. I might actually have it lower than what it appears to be. So I'm very excited with this one. I continue to make good progress. I'm very happy about that, and I will continue to make progress as we go. I'm hopeful. It's April. I'm hopeful that I will be done with that by the beginning of August, by the first video in August. So I have May, June, and July. I have 3 months to try to do the rest of that. We'll see if I can make it. We'll see. All right, next up, let's go ahead and talk about this foundation. This is my Urban Decay Naked Skin. I did make some progress on here. I didn't make quite as much as I probably would have preferred to, but I did make some progress. It is more than halfway empty, which is fantastic. Again, I'm really excited that I'm using products up. It makes me very happy to see. And looking in the light here, it looks like I might have shortchanged my line just a little bit here as well. I made a mistake of not putting the lines on my bottles, and I've been using this makeup in the last 2 and 3 days. So yeah. The product hasn't had an opportunity to settle as much as it probably should in order for me to make a pretty good line on here as to where it is. But nonetheless, I'm making good progress. I'm going to keep this going, and looking forward to seeing how long it's going to take me to finish that. I do not think it'll be done by August. I think it will probably be more closer to maybe September or October before I finish that. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the other foundations that I have in here. I made very little progress on these. My line is like a centimeter lower than what it is. And I think part of the problem is, so this one, the porcelain shade, I've actually been wearing this pretty heavily the last couple of days. And in fact, I've worn this for 3 days straight. I actually have, what do I have on today? I have the Urban Decay Naked Skin on today. But this porcelain shade I've been wearing because I've been using a powder that is a little bit dark for me. It's actually a colored powder, so it's not just translucent. So I've been wearing the porcelain and then putting the powder over top of it to darken it up a little bit. So I haven't been using this for like the last 3 days, and I've made almost no movement on this bottle. I think the problem is that these are so pigmented that a little bit goes a long way. I use like 1.5 droppers of this when I do my face. So it just goes a long way. So it's taking me a very long time to work on these, but I will continue to keep them in here. I am a little bit concerned. I'm starting a couple of times I've worn that, not like yesterday or the day before, but a couple of times when I've been wearing those, it looks like my skin almost looks textured. So I need to be very cognizant of that and be keeping an eye on that because, I don't know. I've had that for a while, and I'm concerned it might be not 100% great. So, all right. A major win for me, but it was an easy win. I just brought this in last time. I knew I was going to finish it. This is the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. I did use the entire thing. I already have another bottle here I purchased, and I've already made a dent in this. I am not going to keep this in my project pan. I will continue to use it, but I'm not going to keep the replacement in my project pan. This is the second bottle of this that I've panned. Not during project pan, but this is the second bottle. I'm now on my third bottle. I like this product a lot, and I will continue to repurchase when I run out. But there's just a wee little bit in the bottom, and I can't get it out. Even like I tried to pour it into the other bottle, and I can't get it out. But that was my easy win this month. Okay, moving on. I did use some of the primer this month. Not enough. I wrote my numbers down here somewhere. Let me see if I can find them. So my numbers on this, they'll be on the screen, but in April it was 70 grams or 2.5 ounces. In May, I'm at 69 grams, 2.4 ounces. I used this like two or three times maybe. And I guess I just didn't use a lot of it. So as we get into the warmer months, I'm definitely going to be using this more. If you're not familiar with it, it is a very cooling primer. And it feels really nice on the skin, especially when you're warm in the warmer months. So that's why I haven't made much of a progress on this since the beginning of the year because of the cold weather months, but I'm going to keep using this, and I am definitely going to probably make a dent in this in the next couple of months as we're going through summer. Okay, on to my bronzer. It's definitely looking like I'm using it, that's for sure. You'll be seeing close-up pictures. I think I'll be putting them both here on the side of my screen, but the pan is so small, and I'm usually using a big brush. So with this one, I can't really like focus my brush on it when I'm using it. So this is one of those products where I think that it's just gonna like all hit the pan at once. Yeah, I think it's going to be like one day I'm using it and the next day it's gone kind of a thing because the pan is so small. So I am enjoying it. I have it on today. It's a very nice color for my skin tone. I will continue to use that, keep it in my project pan. All right, the next item is my Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. It looks like some of the powder fell out a little bit when I leaned it forward. I do have this on today as well, and I think I might hit pan on this very soon. I'm not sure how well the pictures are going to show. Let's see if I can show you close up in the video here. You can actually start to see the circle rim in the very center of the pan. And up along the top here, it's starting to look very much like the pan is coming soon. Yeah. So now this was not a big, this was only 1.5 grams to start with. It's a mini size anyway, but nonetheless, I think this might be soon. I think this might, I don't know that I'll hit it in May, but I think I might hit this in June. So I'm excited about that. All right, 2 items left. I do have an eyeshadow palette in here, and I have my eye primer. So the blush did get on my eye primer. So I don't have a new line on my eye primer this month. And I'm going to tell you why. I am going to actually get rid of this eye primer. Not because I feel that it's bad, but because the packaging is starting to crack. I do have a vlog channel, and I mentioned it on my vlog channel. One of you guys who watches me over there, Lisa, you said that I should like squeeze it up and see if it comes out the side. It doesn't appear that it will right now, but I'm not sure how well the camera is going to pick this up. I'm going to try to show you. I didn't take a close-up picture. I'm going to try to show you guys that the packaging on this is cracked on the sides here. So I'm not sure if that's going to show, but both sides of this container are cracked. And I don't know. I'm worried that even if nothing's coming out of the bottle, that air might be getting in. And I've noticed that when I do squeeze it out, it does have, it's a little runny as well. So I think I mentioned that maybe in a previous check-in. I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed that the packaging started to crack, but I have had this 2 years, I think. I think this was the first eye primer that I purchased. It's still good. I used it today. But I'm just a little bit concerned about it because there is the cracks there. And even if nothing's coming out, I'm worried that air is getting in, which would then not be good for the product. So I'm going to put this in my empties container, even though it's not empty. Obviously, I only used about half of it, but with the packaging cracking like that, I just feel like it's time to pass this along into the garbage. Makes me sad. They just had it on sale at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I did not pick it up because I was like, no, I'm going to pan that first and it'll be great. And then like the day after it was on sale, the packaging started to crack. So it was good while it lasted. This is going to go in my empties. All right. And last but not least is my eyeshadow palette, my Lemonade Craze from Maybelline. This is probably the thing that I'm most excited about. So this is something that I never in a million years thought would happen, but I have panned an eyeshadow shade. The Sweet Tea, now you'll probably be seeing it in pictures on here, but Sweet Tea, I hit pan. And once I hit pan, like it really started to come out and show the pan. Like there was a little pinprick dot. And then I've used this, I think, 2 times since then, and it's really starting to grow. I think I'm close to hitting pan on Sunnies. I can't tell for sure, but I think I'm close to hitting pan on Sunnies as well. So I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And I've been going back and forth in my head and saying, you know, do I want to keep this in here? Do I want to keep growing that pan? Do I want to keep going on other ones? But honestly, when I started this, I set a goal to hit a pan, period. End of story. In any of the shades, I wanted to hit 1 pan. That was my goal. And I was like, if I can hit it 1 pan by the end of the year, I will be super happy. And I am. So I do like this eyeshadow palette. I'm not sick of it yet, but I'm going to take it out of my project pan because I hit pan on Sweet Tea. So, yeah. So I'm actually going to be 3 products down. The eyeshadow palette, the eyeshadow primer, and the hydrating milky mist. 3 products that I am down in my project pan. So I have 6 products left. The Bring Home the Bronze from the Balm. The Party Blush from Tarte. The primer from Origins, the concealer from Catrice, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, and then the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Foundation. So that means I can bring in 3 new products. I went through my collection, and I'm like, okay, I need products that I'm going to be using all the time anyway, right? So 2 of them I picked out these are easy for me to pull in. Number 1 is this one right here. This is the MAC Fix Plus Prep and Prime, or MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus in the lavender scent. I have a little mini of this. I'm pretty far down there. I will put the line in there and take the picture of it, but I am pretty far down there. It is, just in case the camera's not focusing, it is right there. So I am like 2/3 to 3/4 done with this. I really enjoy this setting spray, especially in the lavender scent. I actually bought 3 scents. I bought this little trio. It came with rose, coconut, and then the lavender. I like the lavender the most, and that's the one I have been using. So I'm pulling the lavender into my project pan. And I very likely will finish this up by the end of May. Yeah. I think it's very likely I will finish this by the end of May. So I am going to put a line on that one. The next item I'm pulling in is this right here. This is a mini of the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Now, if I squeeze the tube on this, the product's going to come out. So I couldn't put a line on here. So what I did is I actually weighed this like I weighed the face primer. This is 5 grams or 0.2 ounces right now. So that's what I will do is I will continue to weigh this. I feel like with it being that small of a product, now I will say that I weighed this as well, the Smashbox shadow primer. This was 14 grams and this was 5 grams. So I'd say it's possible that I will finish this. I won't be able to put a line on it, but I will continue to weigh it and let you know. So what am I going to replace the eyeshadow palette with? I was like, okay, I panned a palette. Not the whole palette, but I panned one shade, and I'm really proud of that. I'm going to keep that going. I was like, okay, I'm going to pull in another eyeshadow palette, right? I'm sitting here and I'm like, what eyeshadow palette should I pull in? And I said, okay, I'm going to pull in a high-end palette because, you know, I've paid all this money for these high-end palettes. Why am I not using them, right? So I was like, okay, high-end palette. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, what high-end palette am I going to pull in that I'm not going to get bored with? That I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to use that eyeshadow palette. I'm going to make an eye look with that today. I'm going to use that one today. I'm going to use that one today. I'm going to pull in my EBates Soft Glam. And this hurts. Like, I pulled it out of the drawer and I looked at it and I was like, no, no, no. And I almost put it back and I'm like, but that's the very reason why I should bring it in here. I said to myself, I don't want to pull this in because I love it too much and I don't want to use it all. But this is a permanent palette for ABH. If I pan this palette, I can go buy another one. I think there's even some shades in here that are in other palettes as well. Of my ABH palettes, this is my favorite. Of most of my palettes, this is probably one of my favorites. And when I was thinking about what I was going to pull in, this is the only palette that came to mind. That I was like, yep, I'm going to pan that, no problem. So, here we are. My ABH Soft Glam palette, which I love. Now, these shadows, how much are these are in these? These are 0.74 grams or 0.02 ounces each of these. And I'm looking to see if this has, how much is in this in the Lemonade Craze palette. All right, so it doesn't say individually, it just says the whole palette, or the whole palette is 7.4 grams or 0.26 ounces. So, yeah. I really don't want to pull this one in, but I really think I have to. Anyway, I think I'm just being a big baby. So that is what we're going to do for this project pan moving forward. I'm really excited that it only took me 4 months to hit pan on this eyeshadow palette. I thought it was going to take me more than 4 months to hit pan. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself for that. This I thought was a no-brainer. Everything else that I finished is a no-brainer. I'm kind of disappointed that the packaging broke on this, but it is what it is. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I upload new videos. And my dogs are running around the room. Sorry about that. If you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. I love to interact with you guys. And one last thing, I do have my own online clothing boutique. All of our winter clothing is on sale right now. Our spring and summer clothing are coming very, very soon. If you're interested, it is niminies.com. The link is in the description bar down below. I would really appreciate it if you would take a look. Again, spring and summer coming very, very soon. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.